はい、HataQです。アウターワールド続きをやっていきましょう。で、反対側もありそうだね。行くか。これちなみに話したら誰か話してくれる？全然話してくんねえな。OK。で、階段を残した状態で下を見ますか。話せるな。
Furu, we could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
おー、なんかサブクエ一つ増えたね。この辺はもうマシンだけは触れる？まあこれといってなんもねえか、こんなところだと。
What seems to be the problem? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here. We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. Take care.
そんな感じか。あとは何？これ両方とも違いがあるのかな？一緒だよね。あとは話してみる。おお、話せる。
I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
クエ発注者あれだよね。なんかちょっと色とか変わっててほしいよね。やっぱりね。頭に矢印ついてるとか。なかなかあれだね。全員話してやっともらえるみたいな感じだもんね。この辺ともなんか病気治してあるかな？なさそう。ないな。で、これはおお、これあったカートリッジ。これもやっぱり入っちゃうとまずいやつだよね。そうだね。どうすればいいか。どっか行けるか。動いてるな。チャンスあるな、じゃあ。どうなんだろう。あれ見てる間背中は開いてるよな。で、こっちに来る。さあ、一応はここには入れたな。
to
ただここに入ったからなんだって感じだな。いやそんなことねえぞ。抜け道あったじゃねえか。ワオ。これは敵ではないな。これは何？どこに出てきた？ああ、ここか。はいはいはい。そうだ、ここもまだ全然見てなかったね。部品はこれあれか。必要かな。なんかこの辺の基板部品とかこれなくても大丈夫なような気がするな。これが入ってきた場所？うわ、こっちもなんかいっぱいある。いや、カードが必要だった。さっきのカードじゃダメなのかな。あー、なんだ、拾い集めてたカードとは違うのか。ここ上もあるな。ここも全然見てないよな。だってここあれでしょ。そうだね、ここから来たんだもんね。この子は、あ、いた、グラディスいた。
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven, just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else? Yes, dearie? Ain't that just a treat? So, you know Edna, over in engineering? On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
サルベージ品なんか結構いいのある。でもなんかがっちりガードされちゃってんな。ダメかもしんないな。まあいいでしょ。でレベルが上がったと。この金庫は触ったら怒られるな。 で結構いろいろと増えたぜ。うわー、なんかあっという間にすげえ数増えてんな。どうすりゃいいのかな。90。逆だな。あそこ抜けてきたんでしょ。ここは全部一通り見たのかな。こう増えてるんだろうけど、まだ捨てるほどあれか。大荷物って感じでもねえな。ここってダメだ。あれ、拾えるじゃん。そっか、廃品っていうかあれなのか。粗大ゴミみたいな感じか。OK。で、次、90メーター先。90メーター先？あれここ？あ、そうか、地下通路こういう風に繋がってたっていうんだ。ここって開けれんじゃない？悪いね。泥棒し放題だね、これじゃ。上に登れたりする？おお、なんでこれ。この辺も取っちゃっていいってことだね。この辺はどう？銃。弾がすげえ重要。弾さえありゃなんとかなんだよ。こっち側怖えな。見られそうだな。大丈夫？OK。で、セーブしといて。すまんね。ありがとう。で、ここは盗めたから、60メーター。どうやら向こうに行かなきゃいけないっぽいな。端末使う。おお、ハッキングできた。OK。で、ハッキングポイント稼げたかな。
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
これは普通に行けるかな。話だけ聞いてみるかい。
Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
いやー、これはでも本当のこと言ってあげた方がいいかもしれない。
Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Oh.
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table. That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
一応聞い
It's
とくか。
personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's, well, it's my white whale, I suppose. It's fine, really. It's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself
いいの
out.
かな。
I'd like to drown myself in work.
彼は守る必要性があるのかな。ちょっとわかんないんだな。あと端末ちょっと触らせてもらおうか。ダメ？おお。さすがにセキュリティが強すぎてあれか。触ることを許されないか。これ赤扉だから行こうとしたら多分やられるな。で、ドクターウェルズ。こうか。今度こっちか。どこだ？さらにこの先？そうか。戦艦まで行かないといけないのかな、会いに。もしかしてそういうこと？
This is the simple. You got a second?
ああ、いた。
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
どうなんだろう。とりあえず雇ってみるか。
You don't know how long I've been waiting to
使え
hear
るのか
that.
な。
Thanks, boss. You're not gonna regret this. I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
You got a crew now, Felix.
まあ役に立つかどうかちょっとわかんないんだけどね。ダメだったらクビにしちゃう。で、これで船で、そうか、なんか伝えに行かなきゃいけないのかな。それはどこに行けばいいんでしょう。
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discuss. Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. Oh, I've tried. I haven't been able to get through to him at all. Silence from the system's own information broker? Not a good sign. Hiram's peculiar silence leaves us with no other options. You'll have to meet him in person. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
更新された
Come see me in
な。
my lab. I'll answer any questions you have. Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
うん。で、ああ、モナークにいるって言うんだ。OK。なんだけど、そうするとメインクエストちょっと外して、サイドとかこの辺やっといた方がいいような気がするんだよね。この辺はタスクってやつは。じゃあしばらくちょっとこの惑星上の話をしましょうか。ただね、これね、能力わかんねえんだよな。この二人でね、成立してるからいいや。君はコレクションだ。 本当は変えたらもっとすげえ能力あんのかもしれないけど。今からまた武器揃えてうんぬんかんぬんやんのめんどくさいわ。あとは荷物ちょっと整理しとこうか。ちょっと売りてえな。ここどこだ？どっかなんかあそこにあったような気がするんだよな。あったこれ。OK。で、さあ行こうか。リリア・ハーゲンと話す。この先。これで結構自由に移動できる範囲が増えたので、あまり意味がなかったかな。話す相手はまあでもこの辺もまだ全然入れる場所あるんだな。あとはどこですか。なんかこの先だよな。あれこの先ですか。上に行ける？上っぽいな。いや下だね。下に行くのかな。上に行っちゃった。でもここだな。
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the unreliable? Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
これは大丈夫だね。いけるね。いた。
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. I didn't ask. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
There is always a catch.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you.
ちょいと気に入らないけど引き受け
Now
るか。
get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood? Few laws and even fewer people to enforce them. If you're working for the right side, it's a fucking paradise. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
Well, that set me at ease.
なるほど。で、ステラベにニョカと話す。他の連中話す必要ねえかな。ここは開けちゃうと怒られる。こっちはこれなんだ、裏つながってるだけなんだよ。全然意味ねえじゃん。ほんじゃ行こうか。さて、区切りも良さそうなんでね、今回はここまでということで、よかったらまた次回も見に来てください。チャンネル登録、そして、良ければいいねボタンの方も ぜひよろしくお願いします。それじゃあまた会おうぜ。